What up, everybody? Hopping on the IG. What's happening? We are live here on the Friday Focus. Happy. I hope you are having an incredible day. Welcome to this. Welcome to the Friday Focus. This is the show where we combine passion, purpose, and clear and simple solutions to help you create success and achieve your highest potential. My name is Justin, and I am super excited that you have decided to join me today. So, it is a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining, and we're super excited to be here because we are back for week number 2 in the Friday Focus series, continuing on after coming back from our break. What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? So, here's what you need to know. Today, I got a lot of energy. I got a lot of juice that I am bringing to the table, so I am super pumped about this message. This has been something that I have been working on and thinking about for a while, and I'm super excited to bring it to you today. So, here's what you need to know. As we get started, here's the deal. All we ask is that you would be willing to share this. If you get one thing, if you get a nugget, if you take something away from this program, I ask you to share this with a friend, with someone that you think would help. So today we are giving away an opportunity to win some of our Movement Fitness supplements, Movement Fitness Protein. We're going to start with that. So the Chocolate Dream or the Vanilla Cream, we're going to give that away. We are super excited. We're getting ready. We are starting the celebration of our 6th birthday here at Movement Fitness. Can you believe it? 6 years. Unbelievable. So super excited about that. Very pumped. But we are giving away some amazing deals, just to make sure that you guys feel the love, and because we appreciate everything that you're doing. So we've got some discounts on our supplements. If you want to get that, hit me up. Send me a message, and I will love to share that with you, and we'll do that. So today, on the Friday Focus, we are going to talk about this. Bloom where you're planted. Bloom where you're planted is the theme of the day. Bloom where you're planted. This is an idea that I heard about. I've heard this before, and this concept is super important, but it's something that was reiterated to me when I listened to a podcast a couple of weeks ago with Clemson football head coach Dabo Swinney. So Coach Swinney had a great impact on me in this conversation, and it's been sitting with me for a while, and I just thought, what, I got to share this information. I got to share this message because it's super powerful. When I was a kid, my whole life, basically, let me back up. My whole life has been about what's next. Looking at the scoreboard, trying to figure out what's next. Where am I going? What am I doing? When I was young, I was focused on, junior high, I was focused on high school, right? I wanted to play high school football and high school basketball. So it was all about the next level there. And I was in high school, it was all about college. How do we go from high school to college, right? And then when you're in college, it's all about getting a job and working and getting out into the real world. When I started working for Wells Fargo, 15 years ago now, it was like, all right, now I'm going to work here, but I want to get the promotion. How do I get the big promotion? That was the aim. Well, I spent my whole time thinking about the promotion. I spent my whole time focusing on what was coming next, that I didn't spend enough time focusing on where I was at. So it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to get upset when all you think about is what's next and it's not coming fast enough. Whether you're trying to think, how do I, progress to the next level of life? How do I move from one phase to another? How do I go from high school to college and, to a job? All of that. It's easy to get frustrated. And actually what this leads to is it leads to you getting sidetracked. It leads to you thinking about other things and trying to go do something else rather than staying focused on where you're at and achieving the goals and the purpose and the things that you have to do at this phase of your life. I mean, heck, for me, even right now, there are times when I get distracted and think about like, oh, what's next? how do we grow movement fitness? And what's next for my kids? And how do we push forward? Look, here's what you need to know. I think pushing forward for progress is great. I think you should do it. I think that's the way we should live for the most part. But we get distracted, we get frustrated by watching the scoreboard. And when I say watching the scoreboard, we focus on the end goal. It'd be like if you set up a goal and you're like, I want to lose 20 pounds. And every day you just woke up and thought about, I want to lose 20 pounds. How do I lose 20 pounds? I want to lose 20 pounds. Well, if you didn't do anything about it, ultimately, you're going to be real frustrated. And you're probably actually going to not only not achieve your goal, but you're probably going to go backwards and go the other way. And that's super frustrating. And I don't want you to do that. So instead of watching the scoreboard, we need to focus on what are we doing in these moments. You know, I talked in the beginning about Coach Dabo Swinney from Clemson, and he had this podcast with Ed Milet that he was on, and it was really great, and I highly recommend it. If you have, Apple Podcasts, you can go back and watch it or listen to it on YouTube or podcast. But he talked about the importance of being the best that you can right now with where you are. He used the phrase, bloom where you're planted. He gave this great illustration. You see, he was working at the University of Clemson already. He'd been there for 5 years, and he was an assistant coach. And one day they walk into the building after a tough loss. They were 3-3, 5 years into the program with Coach Bowden, Terry Bowden. And they said, hey, everybody, we need to get together. Coach needs to see you in his office. And he said, well, we've already had our team meeting on Monday morning, and we've already gone through everything we need. Now we're like into our positions, and this is what we need to do for the day. We need to get ready for practice. So, all right, what the heck's going on? And they walk into the room, and Coach says, hey, I just want you to know that I had a conversation with the athletic director, and they decided to make a change of head coach. He's going to come in here and talk to you guys in a minute, but I'm going to be done. AD walks in. He says, I know this is tough, but y'all have a job to do. So this is the deal. We're going to move on from Coach Bowden. He's been fired, and we decided it was best to do it now rather than wait till the end of the year. Coach Swinney, you're now the head coach. I need to see you in my office in 5 minutes. And he's like, what? How in the world did we get here? Right? In the world of college football, ultimately, the head coach getting fired generally doesn't mean great things for the assistants, right? They're fighting to keep their job. So you could easily see why this could become a negative scenario. And he was walking back to the office, and he talked about how I'm thinking negatively right now. You know, this is not going to be a good experience because ultimately I'm just fighting for a job. The other coaches might start fighting each other, trying to figure out like who's jockeying for position and whatever, or maybe they need to start looking for jobs somewhere else. He actually called his wife and was like, hey, bad news, coach got fired and I'm the interim and I don't know how this is going to go. And so he walked into the AD's office though, and the athletic director told him, he said, I'm going to make you the interim head coach, but I want you to be the head coach for the next 7 weeks. And he thought, all right, well, that's fine. He goes, no, I want you to do whatever you think it takes for you to fix us. I want you to fix us. That's the goal. He said, okay, well, like I can do anything. He said, you can do anything. He said, I've been watching you for the past 5 years, and I think you're exactly what we need to turn this program and our culture around. He said, next year I'm going to go out and I'm going to do an interview. I'm going to interview everybody throughout the country. I'm going to try to find the best head football coach, but I think you're what we need. The key in this lesson is that Coach Swinney got an opportunity because he was there and he put in the work. He put in the time. He bloomed where he was planted. You see, 2 years before, he had an opportunity to interview as a head football coach for another program. And it would have been real easy for him to start like scoreboard watching or to think like, hey, when am I going to get to be a head coach? When am I going to get to be when's it going to be my opportunity? When am I going to get the chance? Rather than doing that, if you want to be your best, if you want to have an opportunity of success, then we need to focus on what we're doing right now. Be the best at whatever it is that you do. Mom, dad, job, wherever you are, even if you don't love what you're doing, even if the scenario you are in is not good, this is an opportunity for you. Every day is an opportunity for you to do your best, to bloom where you're planted, and to be what you're supposed to be in that moment. If you're an intern, be the best possible intern. He said, if you're the guy that brings the coffee, bring the best coffee everybody's ever received. Don't get down. Don't get disappointed. Don't get distracted because you're not where you want to be. Don't focus on the scoreboard. Focus on what it's going to take to become the best every single day. Go above and beyond. Stand out. Be different. Bring the juice. Bring some energy. Have a contagious energy and make others feel important. Make them feel loved. Make them feel like, you know what, for this moment, even if you only get one moment with someone in a day, I want you to make them feel like, man, that's the best interaction I've had all day long, right? I want you to know I had an interaction today. I was at Walgreens and I had to run in and grab something real fast, and I was going through the line, and a lady left her phone, and I grabbed the phone. I said, ma'am, she was walking out the door. I said, ma'am, here's your phone. She's like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And then I came back over to the lady behind the counter, and I always make it a point to say, hey, how are you doing today? You know, most of the time if I'm in a good space, how you doing? What's going on? How's your day? And she was like, my day's okay. You know, it's fine. She's like, how's your day? I'm like, man, my day's great. I just got done with a workout. I'm going back. I get to go back to work. We're going to have a ton of fun. It's going to be great. She's like, oh man, you got a lot of energy. You got a lot of stuff going on. Like, I like you. Like, that's good. Like, she's like, I'm working out after work. I try to do that. And so we created this conversation, and it just left an impression. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but she was like, I like you. I like this energy. I said, well, you can choose to be down. You can choose to be energetic. I said, the sun's shining. It's a beautiful day, and we are breathing. So we have an opportunity to make an impact. And she's like, okay. She probably thought I was on crack because I was just, moving so fast, but whatever, it's fine. So, but right now in our world, we have a lot of people that need hope, they need help, and they need to feel loved, even if it's for a minute. People are down and out, and they're frustrated, and they're upset, and they're mad about the things that are going on around them. But we have a chance to be the light. It's interesting when you see people like they're kind of gloomy, things are down. We have a lot of people right now that are worried, they're fearful, they're anxious, they're tired, they're frustrated, and they're just living with this doom and gloom hanging over them all the time. Muhammad Ali once said, it's not the mountains ahead of you that wear you out, it's the pebble in your own shoe. And I feel like we just have a lot of people with pebbles in their shoe. They're just walking around and they're just going like, well, this thing stinks, and this happened to me, and so it's not good, and I haven't gotten my opportunity, and when's it going to be my time, and when's it going to be my chance, and why can't I do this because somebody else is doing it, and I don't understand, and it's just not fair, and it's not right, and all of that. People are getting distracted, they're getting frustrated, and they're getting beat up by the pebbles in their shoe. But we have an opportunity to be different. We have a chance to create relationships, even if it's for a minute. We have an opportunity to dig into people and just let them know that they're cared and loved. And we have an opportunity to let them know that we're different. But it starts with this: be the best you can with where you're at. Don't watch the scoreboard. Change your perspective. Nothing good comes from watching the scoreboard. I want you to set a direction, intention for your life. Like, we've talked about that so many times. Set a direction, set the intention, know what your purpose is, know what you're going after. Coach Ben Newman talks about what's that fire, what's that burn, what's the burn within you that's going to keep you going, what's going to keep you pushing forward no matter what, no matter what's going on. Keep moving forward. Know what your goals are, set yourself up. But here's what we also need to do. If you want to be your best every single day, we need to start reverse engineering our lives for success to set up the habits and patterns that will lead us to where we want to go. You see, some people end up achieving a certain level of success and then they kind of level off, right? And they get here and boom, and they just kind of stop. And you're like, what? It's because they set goals and maybe they achieve them, but then they stay right here. But the people that go above and beyond their goals, and not just financial or physical, but all kinds of stuff. If you want to go above and beyond your goal and be known as one of the people that continues to keep pushing forward, continues to get better, then reverse engineering your life and your goals, ultimately setting yourself up for success every day. If you set yourself up that way, build up the habits and patterns, then ultimately you get to continue to build over time. And that habit, you go like, oh, that's a good one. I'm going to keep that. And you're like, that's not a good one. We're going to take that away. All right, well, I like this one. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to start stacking wins on top of each other because we start stacking success on top of each other. So that's a huge deal there. You may not be where you're at right now, where you want to be right now, but you're setting yourself up for success later. Coach Swinney in the same interview talked about he had been interviewed for a job at South Alabama 2 years before. They were starting a brand new football program. He had been an assistant at Alabama, and he said, here's the deal. He told his wife, he said, if they offer me this job, I'm not going to take it. But I'm going to go after this job like it's the University of Alabama. He was going after it hard. So what he did was he prepared. He knew everything that he wanted to do. He put all of this stuff in there. He talked about what's going to be for recruiting, what's going to be our punishment, our discipline policy, what's going to, how are we going to treat people, how are we going to, run our offense and defense, and who would I want to hire, and all that kind of stuff. And he mapped it all out, and he had his book. And he said he didn't get the job. He's finished second or third, but he wouldn't have taken it anyway. But the interesting thing is that opportunity prepared him later, 2 years later, for the opportunity to become the head football coach at the University of Clemson. And for a team and a program that hadn't won 10 games in 20 years, they hadn't won an ACC championship in 20 years, they weren't in the spot that they wanted to be, right? What up? Pure motivation, Dimitri, my man, in the house. Cortland Hefty, Daniel, what's up? How y'all doing? So he wasn't in the spot that he wanted to be. But what he found out was that preparation for South Alabama ultimately led him to get the head football coaching job at the University of Clemson. So we talk about, I want this to be something that is filled with purpose and passion, and I want you to feel great about this. But what I also want you to know is this is tangible. I want to give clear solutions to help you move forward with your everyday life. And I don't care if you're 15 or if you're 50. I don't care where you are. This applies to you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Champions do extra. Here's the tangible piece. I wear this device every single day. It's a Whoop, right? And so it measures my recovery for sleep. It measures my energy, effort, and level, and all that. And what it does is it asks me questions every day. Hey, how did you do here? Did you feel good about this? Did you eat this much? Did you take caffeine? Did you sleep? Did you go to the chiropractor? Did you get massage therapy? Blah, 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 all these things. And I have to go through and answer them. And it's not that big a deal. It takes a couple minutes, but it helps reset and it helps me understand what I am doing that day. How am I recovering? And it helps me to perform my best. Every single day in my workout, it asks me, it says, what was your exertion level? Like, was it easy? Was it hard? Did the workout feel easy or hard? Super hard, whatever. How was your effort level for it? Was it passable? Was it strong? Was it super strong, hard, whatever? And it walks me through all these things. And I have to think about my effort level. I love it. By the way, Whoop just came out with a 4.0. I got that. I'm signed up for it. If you're interested in that, because it's sleep and it is recovery and all the stuff, I highly, highly recommend it. So if you want more information, I can let you know on that. But here's the deal. You have to ask yourself these questions every single day. Are you setting yourself up for success every day? Are you in a better spot today than you were yesterday? Did you get 1% better? Do you know what time you're going to bed tonight? Do you know what time you're going to wake up in the morning? Are you exercising today? Are you going to exercise 3 to 5 times this week? Where are you going to eat? What are you going to eat? How much are you going to eat? Right? Are you prepared? Do you know what's coming up for this week? I want you to work to establish habits and patterns in your life, because here's the deal. We focus on outcomes, but if you focus on habits, the outcomes will come, and then you'll be able to not only achieve them, but you will blow beyond them. That's what we want to happen. It's difficult in the beginning to set up habits and patterns, but in the long run, it's going to set you up for huge success. And it's going to keep you from having the frustration of being fat, tired, out of shape, stuck in a job you don't like, not getting the playing time that you want if you're an athlete, sitting on the bench or playing behind somebody that maybe you shouldn't be sitting behind. It's going to keep you from doing all those things. So right now you have an opportunity. What up, Steph Zabel? Right now you have an opportunity today. You have the rest of the day. Today's noon. You have so much time left in your day. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you're at, I want you to focus on what you can do to help yourself win. WIN stands for this. What's important now? What's important now? If you want to win in the long term, you got to focus on what's important now. You got to lock in. Know what you're going to do the rest of the day. Don't think like, hey, I had a poor breakfast, I slept in, and so the rest of the day's shot, so maybe I'll start next Monday, or maybe I'll start next month, or maybe I'll start whenever. Don't do that. Start today. Start right now. This is the opportunity, okay? You have the chance right now today to make this happen. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Open it up and take full advantage of it. You know, Colossians 3:23 says, do everything as if you were working for the Lord. And I don't know where you're at, if you believe that or not, but I believe that. And I think when I think of giving an effort level, like I'm going to give my best for the highest. And I want you to be able to do that as well. So I want you to give your best effort today, no matter where you're at. If you're in school, Claire Bear, if you're in school and you're figuring out what you need to do and you need to apply it, then do that. Oh, look, Butchie Bear's on. Win. What's important now, baby? That's right. Good stuff. What's important now? But I want you to focus in. Give your best effort today. That's all you can do. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised for anyone. But you can do your absolute best today. And no matter what, it's going to make you better. And if you do that, you're going to stack wins on top of each other. And then you're going to ultimately go where you want to go and achieve your maximum potential. Bloom where you're planted. Look, hey, happy Friday. I hope this brought value to you. Like if you're just joining us now, watch the replay. I appreciate it. If you got value from this, I would love it if you would share it. If you share it in the next 24 hours, what we'll do is we'll put you in a drawing. I'm going to give away a tub of protein, and I'm going to give away a tub of our energy. You're going to love that stuff. Oh, my goodness. It is so good. So I will give away a tub of our Movement Fitness protein and a tub of our energy, if you like that. Look, we're celebrating our 6th birthday. We are super, super excited to be able to do that and to say, hey, we've been here for 6 years, and it's such a blessing for us. So we're going to give away, man, we got some discounts on training. We got opportunities for supplements, apparel, all kind of stuff, and it's coming your way. So thanks so much for joining me on this. I love being able to get on here and chat it up with you. So I hope this brought value to you today, and I hope you continue to move forward towards the goals that you want to achieve. So thanks so much, y'all. I appreciate it, and don't forget, as always, to be great today. See ya.